Alright, welcome everybody to another daily Japanese study video where I study Japanese every single day. I bring you and Twitch along for the ride. Today, we are doing not one, not two, not three, but four NHK web articles. So, with that, let's get right into it because it's going to be a long one. I can already tell. Alright, hey, I can see that guy. That's the Osakan Expo dude. I actually saw that mascot in Osaka. That was kind of fun. So, Osaka, yep. Kansai Ban Paku. Paku. Nihon o shukai suru Japan Day. So it's Japan Day. Yep. Japan Day. Okay, so it's Japan Day. We have Shokai over here. Introduction. So, an introduction to Japan, I guess? I'm not sure. And what is Haku Doctor Exposition? So the Kansai Banpaku World Fair. Yep, okay. Banpaku. I was actually in Osaka when this started. I just didn't realize that it was going on. So I technically could have gone to the Kansai Banpaku. All right. Osaka Kansai Banpaku no news desu. Thank you for the very important first line here. Banpaku de wa sanka suru 158の国や地域の文化や伝統を紹介する。What? National. Okay. Not national. National Day over here. So day ga arimasu. Let's work through that. Sanka suru up here. So sanka, it's a noun, but we can suru it. So participation. So this is saying that participating in this banpaku were 158 countries and regions. Now we have bunka over here, culture, bunka, ya dento, tradition. So essentially this is introducing culture and traditions of 158 countries and regions. Because we have shokai suru over here, National Day. I'm going to throw this into DeepL. I know it's a little early, but there's a lot to that, and I kind of think I might have gone slightly off. The expo features national days, which showcase the cultures and traditions of the 158 participating countries and regions. No, we actually got it pretty right on there. Okay. Mitsuka wa Nihon no hi. Oh, the Japan Day. I see. Japan Day deshita. Okay. Student. Stage. I guess, yes. Stage では古くから伝わる日本の音楽を紹介しました。Let's see here. So 音楽 is music. So we have 紹介しました. So introduced, right? If this is introduction, our presentation, we introduced / presented 日本の音楽. So Japanese music, but 古くから, so 古い is old, 古くから is from old. So from long ago, from old times, from time immemorial even. 伝わる on here, to spread, to travel, to go around. That I did not know. So let's add that in here. Nice. 伝わる。伝わる。伝わる。伝わる。伝わる。Okay. To spread news, rumor, etc. And then to travel, to become known. And now we also have to be handed down, to be passed down. To be handed down, to be passed down. Anything else on here? To be introduced, to come, to be conveyed, to be felt, to become across, to travel, propagate, to go along, to move along. All these kind of feel very similar. And we already have stall to follow. So this is kind of playing into that here as well. So, from long ago, passed down Japanese music is what all of this is culminating in here. Just notice there's nothing in between this and this. So, typically, that means this is describing this. So, 古くから伝わる日本の音楽を紹介しました。This is music that's been passed down from long ago. Japanese music that's been passed down from long ago was showcased or presented, essentially. 日本の漫画をTheme? Is this supposed to be team? Theme. Okay, theme. All right. You can see how katakana words, unless you know what they are, sometimes you can pronounce them and be like, is this supposed to be team? No, it's supposed to be theme, of course. So, 日本の漫画をテーマにした群図もあります。Guns? Oh, no, that's not ku. That's ta, which becomes dansu. Dansu mo arimashita. Okay, that was just me reading it wrong. That's ku. I still get these two mixed up occasionally. I don't know why. Okay, so 日本の漫画をテーマにした. So, nishita here. Nishi is good, but shita, below, yes, sure. Bottom, yes, yep, all of that is true. Tongue, that is true as well. But we are looking at suru's past tense here. To do, to carry out, to perform, to cause, to become, to make, to turn, to serve as, to act as, to work as, to wear. Clothes are a facial expression. To judge, to treat, to use. Note, as ni suru. So, to think of as, to treat as, to use as. So, we're using Japanese manga as a theme, and there are dances, I guess, is what this should come out to mean. Let's deeple this one as well for the fun of it. There's a Japanese manga themed dance. Yes, okay. そして and then 人気キャラクターの okay. Oh, okay. Hello Kitty. Once again, now that I know this is Hello Kitty. Haro Kitty. Yeah, but I'm like, Haro Kitty. And it didn't click. Okay. So we have popular character Haro Kitty ya Kumamon So folks who don't know Kumamon, you probably do. This thing. I don't know why this one from Kumamoto became so popular. Chiton is also popular, but Chiton's popular because it is a weirdo. Oh, wait. Komodo is a real mascot? I thought this was just a mascot for Kamurocho. Dojima's Dragon Girl. Oh, no! They were going to collaborate and it got canceled? Well, now I'm sad. Okay. が、会長を歩いて、多くの人が写真を撮ってました。So lots of people took photos of the popular characters in the assembly meeting place. Okay, cool. So Hello Kitty and Kumamon came up here. All right, our next one is also about Kumamoto, apparently, because we have Kumamoto Ken on here. Here's some kids in their uniforms. So they have like these. The boys just have shirt and slacks. Why are boys' uniforms so boring compared to the girls? Honestly. Kumamoto Ken 雨で大きな被害を受けてから5年. Okay. So, 受けて is like to receive, right? So, 被害 is damage. So essentially this is saying in Kumamoto-ken, via rain, large damage was received probably 5 years ago, I guess, because yes, so 2020年 7月. So in July of 2020, Kumamoto-ken でとてもたくさんの雨が降りました。A very lot of rain fell in Kumamoto-ken 5 years ago. So let's do our typical thing here and look up Kumamoto-ken. We've been there before. Let's see if we can remember where Kumamoto is. I thought it was down this way. Yes, Kumamoto, right here. So there's Kumamoto-shi inside of Kumamoto-ken, right here. Birthplace of Edshiro Oda, if I recall correctly. Mangaka of One Piece. Okay, Kumamoto-ken でとてもたくさんの雨が降りました。球磨川の水があふれて、溢れる is to overflow. Do we have 溢れる in Anki? That one sounds mildly familiar, but I don't know. Okay, let's check. 溢れる No, okay. To overflow, to brim over, to flood. Okay, so let's add that. And then Kumagawa is Kuma River, which I'm assuming is one of these ones here. Ase Midorikawa, Shirakawa. Oh, dang. Where are you? Boy Kawa. Huh. Well, let's see. Where is Kumagawa? Kumagawa. Kuma River, Kumamoto, Japan. Oh! Okay. Not where I was expecting. So this is the river we are talking about. You can see the Izatsu line goes along it right here. Okay. Do we know a specific place that they're talking about? Doesn't appear to be. So let's just kind of zoom in at, well, let's do it by this Buddhist temple right here. Kind of see the area here. Let's walk from this Buddhist temple, which, yep, there it is. We take a step over that way, get a little bit of a view. All right, so there's this small temple on the side of a mountain. Wow. I should brush this off occasionally. I wonder, does no one keep this one up? Oh, let's go down, 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 and look at Kumagawa. So this is Kumagawa right here. This is the river we are currently talking about. Going along here. Honestly, this looks idyllic, right? You have this nice river here carving through these mountains. Seems fairly wide, so I'm assuming it's quite deep. Maybe? Okay. So it overflowed. Ofurete. Afurete. Okay. Kumagawa no mizu ga afurete, oku no tatemono ni mizu ga harimashita. So, a lot of buildings had water enter them. Kono zaigai de 67人が亡くなりました. So, in this catastrophe or calamity, disaster, that's the word I was searching for. In this disaster, 67 people passed away. 今も2人がどこにいるかわかりません。いるかわかりません。いるかわかりません is what we're looking at here. So, and now, 2 people, where they are, we don't know, is what this is saying, right? Because we have 今も2人がどこにいるかわかりません. So, and now, 今も2人が 2 people どこに where いるか is, but as a question, わかりません don't understand. So we don't understand where 2 people are. So 2 people remain missing to this day. Let's go ahead and grab all of that and put it into the DIPL just to see. The Kuma River overflowed and flooded many buildings. 67 people died in this disaster. We do not know where 2 of them are now. That's exactly what we got of that as well. 4日、この災害から5年になりました. On the 4th, it will have been 5 years since this disaster was created. So, happened. So, なりました, it's become 5年, 5 years since this disaster. So, 25人が亡くなってKumamuraでは Kumamura. Okay. Kumamura is where we are talking about. So let's see if we can find Kumamura along this river right there. Kumamura. So this is the village that we are currently talking about. Let's plop down here. Okay, this is in 2024, so this is 4 years after the fact. If this is the village we're talking about, think of how much rain had to fall. That is a very tall riverbank. Wow. Okay. Kumamura de wa 小学生と中学生が災害について勉強しました。Alright, so let's break this down from the 25. So, 25人が亡くなった球磨村では、so, 25 people passed away in Kumamura. So we have de saying that's the place that this occurred, and the stuff that we're about to talk about occurs, and this is the topic. 小学生, elementary school, と and 中学生, middle school, が, so this is our subject right here. 災害, disaster, について. So in regards, are regarding this disaster, 勉強しました. They studied. So, in elementary school and middle school, they studied in regards to this disaster. So, let's read that one again. 25人が亡くなって球磨村では、小学生と中学生が災害について勉強しました. Okay. 小学生と中学生が災害について勉強しました。Okay. 雨が降った時の雲の説明を聞いたり。So, 雲の説明. So, 雲 is cloud, right? Yeah, because kumori. So, this first bit, 雨が降った時, when rain's falling, の雲の説明. So, 説明 is our, legend is what we had it translated as, but explanation, exposition, description. So, 説明 を聞いたり. So they're hearing the explanation of the rain that fell from a cloud. This sounds weird. This one sounds weird. I'm not picking up what they're putting down here. Hearing the explanation of clouds when it rains and... Okay. Higai, which we just heard, higai is damage. O ukita basho no shashin o mitari. So mitari is our second part of our list here. Remember that anytime you have a tari or an ari, like the science of how the clouds work, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's a weird way of saying it, but, or at least when you Englishify it, it is a weird way of saying it. Like, you know, like the one, this sentence right here would be a great example of why one-to-one translation is not the best way of doing things. I know a lot of folks out there are like, just translate it exactly as it's written. It's like, no, brother, no. 雨が降った時の雲の説明を聞いたり, right, is hearing an explanation of clouds when it rains. That is the literal translation. But that's like pretentious as saying it's hearing how clouds work. So they're learning about the rain cycle, essentially a water cycle. Higai o uketa, so damaged. Rain cloud versus cloud at the time of rain. It is raining is a bit odd. Yes, yeah, exactly. That sentence right there is a great example of why one-to-one translation doesn't actually do a good job of translating. You'll get what they're talking about, but you don't get what they're talking about. Higai o uketa, right? So this is to receive. So received, because it's past tense, received damage. So places that receive damage, 写真を見たり. So they looked at places that received damage, and they heard about how the clouds at the time of raining. They heard how clouds work. しました. そして, hey, we got a そして here. And then, 亡くなった人のために祈りました. So, for the sake of those that passed away, they prayed. So, 亡くなった人, people that passed away, のために, so ために, for the sake of those that passed away, 祈りました. We prayed. 中学生は, so a middle school student, 水を中を、歩いて避難したことを覚えてます。So, 覚えてます is like memorization, yeah, to learn. So, 覚えてます. I kept saying ba. 覚えてます. Hinan, we've seen a bunch. Refuge, shelter. We read about that one quite a bit. Hinan. Mizu o naka o aruite. Aruku is to walk, so aruite is to walk. Walk to shelter, essentially. Walk and take shelter. Aruite hinan shita. So if we have, so in order to like kind of build complex sentences, you'll do stuff like this very often, where you'll have a verb in the te form chained up to a verb, chained up to a verb. So if you have them chained, they're all in te form, and then that final one, in this case, hinanshita, right? This is in past tense. So whatever the final one's tense is, or what it's doing, is kind of saying what all of them did, right? I'm just putting into words like kind of where I'm thinking, right? Because like it's one of those things with Japanese that is very hard at first. It's like adding ka to the end of a sentence can make it into a question, right? So you don't actually know if it's a statement or a question necessarily until you get to the very, very end. And likewise here, it's like, all right, are we talking about things we're going to do? Because like if we had this in the volitional form, it'd be like, let's walk and take shelter. Because they'd both be volitional at that point. So you can hear multiple verbs before knowing the tense that they're actually in. Okay. Let's just continue on with that. I was just like oof that I was thinking in my head that it's something I've known, but like putting it out loud like that, you know. 水の中を歩いて避難したこと。Pretentious is saying, more complex Japanese will sometimes have hints about what the sentence is going to be about at the beginning. Yes, that is fair. That is fair. Like, you know, your soshtes and whatnot, where it's like, and then. So, like, well, if we're saying, and then, this thing happened, and so we're probably still in past tense, right? Because all of this was past tense right here, and then, そして. So this is also probably going to be in past tense before we even know that. Go ahead, get in there. That is a fair point. Okay, so they're memorizing when there is water inside, where to walk and take shelter. Okay, 自分たち. So, which is fun, because jibun is self, tachi is putting a plural on it to ourselves, ga mura o kaitai to omoimasu. So they themselves want to change the village. Okay. To hanashitemashita. Okay. Well, here, let's grab all of that as well. Copy and do the dipple for the fun. A junior high school student said, I remember walking through the water to evacuate. We want to change our village ourselves. Yep, okay. That's exactly what we got from that. Awesome. Okay. So, oboitemasu right here. Memorize to learn by heart, to remember. So here, they're using it as remembering instead of memorizing. Okay. Huh. Those are very different things. At least the English words there are very different things. Maybe the thrust of it in Japanese is not. That o before it is the key, usually it's to. Oh, good point. Good point. Because if you're memorizing something, you would use the to right there to say, this right here that we're quoting, because it's essentially quote to, is what we're memorizing. But because there's an O here, good point, Pretentious. Thank you. So this O is saying this is remembering. And the thing we're remembering is this. That's why we have a koto o on here. Okay. So let's work through this again with that in mind. Mizu no naka. So it isn't a hard rule, just a clue. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, that's what the particles in Japanese are there for. They direct your attention in the direction of the words and what's going on in the sentences. Mizu no naka o aruite hinan shita. So, in the water, walking and taking shelter. So, took shelter and walked through the middle of the water, in the water. Koto o oboitemasu. So, remembering walking through and taking shelter and walking through the water. We want to change the village ourselves. Awesome. All right. Well, that is Article 2. You know what? I think we have oboeru on here. I'm pretty sure we have oboeru. But just to verify, let's type this one in. Because that's one that I want to make sure we have. Oboeru. 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 Yes, okay. I figured, but it's always good to check. All right. We have a lady here. I see we have a Jidou Hanbaiki in the background. That's 1 point right there. And she likes her piercings. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that we can see. That's a lot of piercings, lady. Okay. 日本人が書いた小説が初めてエビリスイギリス sorry イギリスのダガ書 okay, that is dagger, sorry ダガ書. So what is this show? Prize. The Dagger Prize. That's some sort of writing award. Yikirisu no Daga Sho. Okay. Let's work through all of this. So, Nihonjin, a Japanese person. Ga, kaita, wrote, right? Wrote, or written. Shousetsu. So what is shousetsu? Novel. Okay. Shousetsu. Wait. No. I recognize this. Because... Right. I was like, why is little inside of the word novel? I remember this now. Okay. It's like a novel is the largest written thing that most people interact with. And it has little in it. Okay. So let's double check. I think Shosetsu is in here, but let's see. Yep, Shosetsu. 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 No? Oh, okay. I could have swore we had Shosetsu in here, but novel, story, work of fiction. Okay. Shosetsu が初めてイギリスのダガ書。So a Japanese, a novel written by a Japanese person が初めてイギリス the first English Dagger Awards. 初めて, right? To begin. Yeah, 初めて, to begin. For the first time as well, though. That's a good point. So, 始める is to begin, but 初めて can be the first time. Because that's what essentially you're saying when you meet someone. 始めました, right? That's first time. It's our first time meeting, right? 初めて is also first time. So for the first time, a Japanese person written novel has won the Daga Awards. Okay, sure. 日本人が書いた小説がイギリス. Why is this in Yeller? I guess because it's a country. Yeah, fair enough. イギリスで賞をもらいました. So, we have our もらいました, received. So it received the award in England. Okay. 世界でも有名なダガ賞という推理小説の賞です. Okay. We got a bit to work through here. So, 日本人が書いた小説がa novel written by a Japanese person がイギリスで so in England 賞 award oh wait, did we add 賞? I don't think we added 賞 award in here. Let me do that before I forget. 賞. Alright, looking for award. Oh, I see it. Number 7 down there. Show. Award. And just to be safe, let's see. Anything else? Prize award. Yeah, okay. So award / prize. Show. Show. イギリスで賞をもらいました. So they received an award in England. 世界でも. So, in and we have demo here. So demo, but however, though, nonetheless, yet still particle even. So 世界, world, 有名, famous. So world famous な daga shou, the Dagger Awards. という, so という is just saying like called. So the world famous Dagger Awards, so it's called Dagger Awards. 推理小説. 推理小説. So 推理 right here must mean just mystery then, right? 推理, reasoning, inference, deduction, mystery genre. Okay. 推理. So, I guess Death Note is kind of mystery. I'm trying to think of like the most popular mystery. I mean, Sherlock Holmes, right, is the most popular mystery thing. in the world. Uh, but I'm trying to think in terms of Japanese. I don't know any Japanese mystery writers. So, Suri. Okay, Suri. Let's add Suri in there because that's fun. Suri. Yes, right there. Reasoning, inference, mystery genre. Okay, Suri. Add in there. Because Suri Shousetsu, mystery genre novel. I don't think we need to write this as its own thing, right? Because it's just 2 words on there. No shou desu. So, and the award they won was in the Mystery Novel Award. Okay. 翻訳した本の仏壇で、大田明さん. Okay, so, 大谷明. So, Akira-san. Otani Akira-san. So that must be this person right here must be Otani Akira. Okay. Omedatou, Otani Akira-san. All right. Honyaku. Honyaku is translation. Okay. So, translated book, because we have hon here. And then Bumon. Bumon. Branch field group. Okay, so the translated book group de. Okay. Well, we got some words here. Let's add them. Nice. I'm very excited about this. Okay, mon yaku. I got mon yaku. There we go. Mon yaku. No, not mon hon yaku. There it is. Okay. Whew. Honyaku. 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 Translation. Here, let's get this back up. Translation, deciphering, decoding. Okay. Translation, deciphering, decoding. Translation. Okay. So, honyaku. Translation. Oh, I forgot to add in that it can take suru. Okay. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. All the way at the bottom. We are up to 1,972 words in there. Whew. That's a lot, y'all. That is a lot. We are very close to 2,000 words in this deck. Oh, Pretentious is chiming in that with the memorizing thing earlier, to is actually an uncommon way of doing that. The teiru shows that it's an ongoing thing. Okay. And ongoingly memorizing. Well, you could memorize too. But typically speaking, you're saying that seeing oboeteru is remembering. Typically, it's going to be remembering is the giveaway. Okay. 翻訳した本の部門で、so, 大谷明さんが書いたババヤガの夜。The Night of the Baba Yaga? Baba Yaga no Noru? Rum Baba. Old woman is also Baba. So Baba Yaga is like paste and go. They have a picture of a Baba Yaga in here? Yeah, they got some. The Knight of Baba Yaga, right there. Look at that. The Knight of Baba Yaga. So this is the cover art of it. Ooh, look at that. Here, let's open this link in a new oh, that's tiny. That's tiny. Can I get this but big, please? Knight of the Baba Yaga. Very cool cover art. That is insane. Here, let's try to get it nice and big for everybody. Size large. Okay, you. Open image in new tab. It's still tiny. How's that large? You. Okay. Huh. Tattoos, hair dyed, and piercings. What a hooligan. I know. She looks great. She looks great. I think it's awesome. This looks good. You know what? It looks good. Okay. Baba Yaga no Yoru Toyo. Shousetsu ga erabarimashita. So, the Chosen erabarimashita novel was called Baba Yaga no Yoru, written by Aotani Akira. Oh, wrong. Okay. 日本人がこの賞をもらったのは初めてです。Okay, so 日本人が a Japanese person, it's, この賞 this award をもらった received のは初めてです。So for the first time, a Japanese person received this award. この小説は、ヤクザの世界の中で二人の女性が生きる希望を探す話です。Oh, that's a long one. Yakuza. Hey, do you know what the Yakuza is? I think, hey, not only is it maybe the best game series in the world, it also is the mob, the Japanese mob, gangsters, hooligans, racketeer, gambler, useless, worthless, good for nothing, trashy as well. So Yakuza no Seikai, the world of the Yakuza. So inside the world of the Yakuza, de futari no josei ga, two women in the world of the Yakuza, ga ikiru, so to live, to exist, ikiru kibo. Isn't this scarce? Our hope, wish. I see this first one right here, and this I think of as rare, few, scarce. But yeah, kibo is hope. O sagasu hanashi desu. So it is a story, hanashi. Sagasu is to seek, to hunt for, right? Sagasu, to search for, to hunt for, to seek. Yep. Sagasu o kiho. So looking for hope, living, looking for hope, living and existing in the world of the Yakuza are these two women. Okay, so it's a story of two women living inside the world of the Yakuza looking for hope. Okay, I bet you it's actually a pretty cool novel to read. Otani-san wa, 辛いことがあったら逃げても生きることを諦めない話を書きたかったと話しました。Whew, this is a long one. This is a long one right here. Okay. 辛い. Tsurai, painful, bitter, heartbreaking, tough, difficult, cruel. We have tsurai in the deck.
つらい
Tsurai,
つらい
tsurai. So, 辛いことがあった。あったら. So, あったら, alas, regrettably? Sure. Nigete is to escape, right? Nigete. Mo I. So, harsh. Koto ga. Koto ga that early, huh? Wait. Koto can also just mean thing, right? But koto ga aru, for something to have occurred. And koto ga aru. So a harsh thing occurred and that they're trying to escape? Is that what I'm getting from this? Let's throw this into DeepL. This is kind of ugh for me. It's okay to run away when things are hard. Oh. Okay. Couple of grammar points here. Ooh, okay. The tada ending. Yeah. And to te mo I. I believe we have talked about tada before. Yes. So let's hit some review on that. This is our like it's like when, right? So this is tada. So when things are hard, right here, is essentially what this is saying. Nigete mo I. So te mo I is new completely though. So let's do this. Te mo I. Oh, we've looked at it before. Okay. I didn't recall this one at all. Yeah, because it's not favorited. That means I never got a chance to review it. Add now. Okay. So, te mo I, used to express permission, concession, or approval. I think, oh, we got this when in Shin-chan. I think we saw this for the first time in that when one of the kids said it was okay for us to be part of their gang. I think that's where we saw this. Okay. Let's start here though. By adding moi to another word, you can express permission, concession, or approval. Terabi mite moi. Is it okay if I watch TV? Mite moi. Yes, it is. And you can just answer with it too. Okay. Answer is accompanied with yo, because yo is saying, hey, I'm telling you, essentially. Date bayo, right? I'm telling you, I'm going to be king of the Hokage. Te moi. I love anime, as you can tell by me getting all of the references all the time. So, nigete moi is saying, permission to run, right? Essentially. So it's saying it's okay to run. So here they are saying when things are hard, it's okay to run. Ah, okay. Ikiru koto. So when our koto is just thing, so ikiru koto is by living, making a living, things like that. O akirame nai. So akirameru, but where akirameru is to give up, to abandon, to resign. Ah. So akirame nai. So they're saying it's not, don't give up. Don't give up on living, essentially. Okay. Akirameru. I don't know that one. So let's add akirameru in here. Nice. And we got to see Teimoi on here. So that's awesome as well. This is great. Okay. I love getting new stuff. Akirameru. Akirameru. Yes. Okay. akirameru, to give up, to abandon, to resign one's self. Okay. Yes, sure. Okay. Hanashi o kakitakatta. Okay. So wanted to write. Kakitakatta. Wanted to write. Kakikaka. All right. Sorry, I turned into a robot for a second there. Let's try that again. Kakitakatta. Okay. O hanashi. Wanted to write a story about not giving up living. Okay. So, to hanashimashita. Well, here, let's grab all of the quote part of this and throw it into DeepL to see if we got it. I wanted to write a story about not giving up on life. Yep. I wanted to write a story about not giving up on... what? DeepL? DeepL. You're drunk, DeepL. Go home. Okay, so for whatever reason, it stopped translating that. But when things are tough, 辛いことがあったら逃げてもいい. It's okay to run away. 生きることを諦めない話を書きたかった. Alright, so we got a lot in this article. Some new words, but also good to see Tara again to help get that stuck in the brain. And good to see that te moi, which I have seen so little, I forgot I had seen it before. Whew. All right, let's hop in to the final one here. Jishin ga tsuzuku aku sekijima kara fune de hinan. Okay, so we know everything in this sentence, especially after the past couple of days. Oh, wow, look at how far away that's a person right there. So this is in Akusekijima, which is the small island off of Kagoshima. So I think it's this one? Nope. Maybe even further down? Yes, Akusekijima is right here. So this is the one that we were talking about in a previous article. Ga tsuzuku. So, Jishin, earthquake, ga tsuzuku Akusekijima kara fune de hinan. So, yeah, fune, ship, de hinan, evacuation. So, with earthquakes continuing, via ship from Akusekijima, they are evacuating. So evacuating via a ship because of how many earthquakes there are there. There's been over 1,000 earthquakes off the coast of Akusekijima, and the latest one was a 6 on the scale, so that's pretty crazy. All right, Kagoshima ken no minami ni aru Tokara Retto de Jishin ga tsuzuitemasu. So Kagoshima ken, Kagoshima Prefecture's south. So in the south of Kagoshima Prefecture, Tokara Retto. So the Tokara archipelago, which this is the Tokara archipelago right there. We have Retto right here. Retto archipelago, chain of islands. Tokara Retto is the chain of islands off the southern end of Kyushu. And so, tsuzuitemasu, continuing, earthquakes off the coast of those islands. So, let's start here. 3日はトカラ列島のアクセク島で震度6弱の地震が arimashita. So on the 3rd, there was a 6-power earthquake by Akusekijima. 8日の朝、0歳から That's kind of funny to have it written that way to me, but sure. 0歳から80歳の13人が So 13 people from 0 to 80 Akusekijima から船で避難しました。Evacuated via boat from Akusekijima. そして、and then 午後6時頃に鹿児島に着きました。So, and then in the morning around 6 a.m., they arrived in Kagoshima Shi, the city. So Kagoshima City is up here. So they left this small island out here. And if you see, we got our little trail that goes whoop, 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 whoop. So following the paths, so they went back up to Kagoshima Shi right here. Okay. 役場が用意したホテルなどに泊まります。Okay. 役場. Hey, that's just the town hall. 役場が用意. Preparation. This is another preparation. した. So, the town hall prepared hotel and such things. 泊まります to stay at. So this 泊まる here is to stay, to be docked, to be moored, but in this case we're staying at. So, you know what? I don't know if we have that inside of the Anki deck. It's a word I've said and used before, but I don't know if it's in there. 泊まる. No. Okay, well, sure. Might as well add it in. Stay at, hotel, etc. Docked at, moored at, which is like saying docked at. Okay, so they're staying at hotels and such places that were prepared by the town hall. 船に乗った女性は so a woman riding the boat いつ地震が起きるかわかりないので so we have a no de on here given that this right so いつ地震が起きるかわかりない So, we have don't know when a earthquake will occur. So, itsu, when. Get down here. When. How soon. At what time. So, itsumo is always, right? Itsu is when. Mo is and. So, we see that with nanimo. Right, as well. So itsu, when, mo, always. And when, always. So itsu jishin ga okuro. So when an earthquake will occur, ka. Right? When an earthquake will occur, wakaranai. So given that we don't know when an earthquake will occur, we have the second half of this. 寝ることができませんでした. I was unable to sleep. 安心してゆっくり寝たいです. So, 安心. Peace of mind, safety. して. So, This is our by as, sure. Indicates the agent causative construction. Oshite, yeah, sure. Acts as a connective indicating a state. Oh, there's a lot for this. Adds emphasis after an adverb particle. Oh, man, there's a lot on here that I didn't know you could use shite for. I might have to look at that more. Yukkuri is slowly, right? Yes, slowly. Yukkuri nittai desu. So they want to slowly fall asleep with peace of mind. To hanashitemashita. Just to check that, let's throw all of that into DePaul. Not that DePaul's perfect by any stretch. A woman on the boat said, I couldn't sleep because I didn't know when the earthquake would hit. I want to sleep peacefully and relax. Cool. That's exactly what we took from that. So good. 欲場はこの後も避難したい人たちに船やホテルを準備すると言ってます。Okay, so let's work through this one as well. 欲場は as far as the town hall, この後 later, この後 so later, after this, from now on, yep. この後も and from now on, 避難した so 避難したい人 sorry. So people, 人たち I should say. 避難したい人たち folks that want to evacuate に船やホテルを so boat and hotel を準備すると言ってます so と is our quote と so they're saying that they will prepare a hotel and boat for folks that want to evacuate from now on, according to the town hall. All right. Nice. Nice. So, with that, we have done 4 articles today. We got to see a few different new words, 8 total, which is pretty awesome. Although a couple of those are ones that I knew that I'm just adding in here. We got to see the tara ending again, which I haven't seen very often, which means when. So when, blah. And we have something in te form, moi. So we saw nigete moi. It's okay to run away. So it's te moi is like permission to do the thing. That was pretty cool. We got quite a bit out of that, actually. Anyways, hopefully you got just as much out of that as I did. So, いつもありがとうございます. As always, thank you so much. Good luck with your studies. And I hope to see you again tomorrow for another daily Japanese study video. I'll see you then. Bye. That was a good one.